By show of hands, how many of you have seen Jaws? Can anyone tell me what type of shark he is?
Great white.
Perfect. Great white sharks are a predatory animal, an apex species. They are also widely feared and sometimes mistaken for a dangerous and sometimes deadly creature. Some of you may have unrealistic and incomplete ideas about great white sharks, but I'm here to tell you today about them, and I'm here to hopefully provide you with a better understanding about this great creature. As an avid shark fan and a dedicated viewer of Shark Week on the Discovery Channel, I have done much research into these great creatures. Today, I'd like to give you a little bit of background information on the creatures, how they hunt, and the difference between a hunting attack and an investigative attack. To start, I'd like to give you some basic information about the sharks themselves. They grow to be about 15 feet long, but some can reach almost 20 feet. In fact, the record shark was about 21.6 feet long. To put that into perspective, that's a little smaller than your standard issue school bus. Great white sharks can weigh anywhere between 15 to 2,500 pounds. The record shark weighed in around 5,000 pounds. They get their names from their white belly, their underbelly, but their slate gray upper body helps them to blend in with the rocky coastal seafloor. Great white shark skeletons are not like human skeletons. They are made completely of cartilage, which is in our nose and our earlobes. Because cartilage does not leave fossil remains, these ancient sharks do not have a fossil record. The only way that we have information on them is through their teeth. These sharks have several rows of teeth, up to about 7, and their teeth are serrated and they're triangular in shape. When a great white shark's tooth will fall out, it will fall out from the front and it will be replaced by the tooth directly behind it. According to an article on the HubPage's website, the number of rows grow all the time. As tooth is lost at the front, more grow right at the back, so that the shark is never toothless at the front. At any one time, a great white shark can have 350 teeth in his mouth, but over a lifetime will go through thousands of teeth. Sharks need their teeth because they use their mouths for everything. As a young shark, they prey usually on fish, rays, and other small sharks. But as they mature, they move on to larger mammals such as sea lions, harbor seals, and elephant seals. They will even sometimes scavenge on dead carcasses. They mostly scavenge on whale carcasses, which provide a fat, rich, blubbery layer. There's still a great deal of information that are still unknown about these sharks, but more research and constant studies are being done all the time to provide as much knowledge as possible. For instance, there has never been a recorded sighting of these sharks breeding, and there has never been a recorded sighting of the females giving birth. The females, however, through study of deceased females and pups, they reach sexual maturity around age 15, and females will give birth to live pups who already know how to swim and to hunt on their own. Now, a great white shark's teeth and mouth are its only weapons, so it has developed some unique techniques and skills in order to be a successful predator. Over the millions of years that sharks have existed, they have adapted to be the ocean's top predator. They have 6 highly developed senses to help them do everything from detecting a drop of blood from miles away to sensing animal movement through electromagnetism. For instance, a shark's retina is developed into 2 areas. The first area is for light vision, and the second area is for low light and night vision. Their eyes can even roll back into the sockets to protect them from their prey when they try to get away, or from other predators. A shark's most acute sense is its smell. According to the Smithsonian Institution, if there were just a single drop of blood floating in 10 billion drops of water, they could smell it. A shark's sense of smell is like the human ears in the sense that they are directional. So should a scent come to the left nostril first and then the right nostril, the shark will know that the prey is on the left. A shark's ears are difficult to see on the external portion of its body, but they are still very important. The sharks use these to listen for distressed animals. Now these great white sharks also have a sixth sense unlike humans. They can sense electrical fields, and they do this through a series of pores located on their nose, which can tell them the power and the direction of electrical currents. Some scientists believe that these sharks even use this as a map of the ocean to tell them which way to go. Although sharks don't have hands, they do have sense of touch. It's a unique system that runs down the side of their body, and they're called lateral lines. And what this does is it senses vibrations in the surrounding water so that the shark can detect prey, but it can also detect natural predators. Now, the only natural predator known to a great white shark are killer whales, or orcas, and this is only because they hunt in pods. Sharks do have taste buds located in their mouth and in their throat, which allows them to identify food before swallowing. Their sense of taste leads me to my next point, which is the difference between a shark's hunting attack and something else called investigative biting or sample biting. There is a big difference between hunt attacking and investigative attacking or sampling. Mainly when this has to do mainly with the shark's prey attack. With the shark, his only intent for this hunting attack is for killing and eating. But sharks are a very curious creature by nature, especially great white sharks. And so what they do is a sample biting for curiosity. Now the hunt, depending on the type of prey, sharks have developed several different methods to be successful. The first method is an ambush hunting. When hunting small, more agile prey like sea lions, the shark will stalk prey underneath them while this prey is swimming on top of the water, and after a certain amount of time will turn completely vertical and swim at top speeds to attack the prey from underneath. Now the intent of this is to stun and fatally wound the prey. Many of you have seen this type of action on shows like Air Jaws, when a shark will completely propel itself out of the water to grab the prey. This is also known as a surface charge. The second type of attack for hunting is the immobilizer, and in this case it's used on larger prey like elephant seals. What the shark will do is follow the prey from behind, sneak up behind it, and bite and use its large mouth to create a fatal wound on the back, which will immobilize the prey. The shark will then wait for the prey to die before consuming it. The other type of attack, which we read about in the news mostly, is the investigative attack. Over the past decades, great white sharks have attacked humans. Some are fatal, but most are not. Great white sharks are naturally very curious creatures, and if they come across an object that is unfamiliar to them or they cannot identify it, they'll do what's called sample biting, where they will go up, bite it, use the taste buds to see if it's something that they'll eat, and with their taste buds they'll determine an energy value for the prey, and if they determine that it's not worth it, they'll drop it and swim away. Now, this usually happens to humans because of mistaken identity. When a human is on a surfboard or a boogie board or anything like that, from underneath to the shark, they appear like a seal, which is their favorite thing to eat. And usually the shark will bite, release, and swim away. This is mostly due to poor visibility or some other factor affecting the shark's sixth senses. According to the International Shark Attack File at the Florida Museum of Natural History, between the years of 2000 and 2009, only 61 great white shark attacks were reported, with 80% of the victims surviving these attacks. This is due not only to advancement in medicine, but it's also due to training for lifeguards and people on the scene to get there quickly and to do whatever they can to help this person survive. To conclude, while great white sharks can be dangerous creatures, they are still highly intelligent animals, and we still have much to learn about them. Today, I have told you about the basic anatomy of a shark, the six senses of a shark, and two different types of shark attacks, hunting and investigative. But you'll never see a great white shark in captivity because for some reasons, they bang into the walls and don't eat. Thank you.